Ganga Avataram, the descent of Ganga. If we talk about the Pallava architecture in the beautiful hamlet called Mahabalipuram, what catches the eye is a marvelous panel made in granite. It is that of the descent of Ganga.
So the client, both husband and wife, are into traditional Indian art and architecture. So they wanted their house to be a canvas for their entire collection. This is a 30-40 site and this is a gated community. So in terms of design, safety and security was not an issue. One of his requirements was that he wanted a private space as well as a public space. So what we had agreed upon finally is that the ground floor will be the public space and the actual house starts from the first floor. So we have the car park coming in the front over here, and this is the pedestrian entrance. So this is the passage that would act like a buffer zone between the car park and the entrance. So this is the entrance to the house, and you can see here we have used elements of traditional Indian architecture along with the elements that you can see here, which are all part of old traditional Indian architecture. So it gives you a feel of how the house is going to look like when you enter inside. So when you enter the main door, what you see here is a mirror. In fact, the entire space is treated as a canvas for various decors. On this side of the living room, we have a door fixed on the wall, which is actually not openable, but it's actually a decorative piece, again part of an old house. And the entire furniture in general is a piece of work what they have collected from various houses over a period of time. And the green space that we have here, we call this the wall of memories, because this wall was designed for the masks that they had in memory of all the travels they made where they had collected these artifacts from. And we have this particular jhula falling in between that differentiates this particular space and the living room. You can also sit on this jhula and enjoy the garden on that side, and at the same time look at the people sitting in the living room. Coming to the water body, we have a nice mural on this wall, which is actually the origin of Ganges. This particular curtain that you see here is actually the client's idea, and these are actually made by the anklets used in the festival called Theyyum in Kerala. And between this water body and the living room, we have the staircase partitioning these two spaces, and this staircase is designed as a floating steps. So we have these linear elements here, and the steps are coming out of these linear elements without any vertical supports at the bottom. Coming up the first floor, the staircase leads us to a landing, which is part of a garden in the first floor with a double light space and a skylight on top. So this is part of the facade, which is in the northwest corner, and we have a lot of light coming in from there. This light feeds into the entire first floor, and since the entire first floor is without walls, this light fits the entire first floor from this corner, and that also falls on this wall. That's why we have cladded this wall with bricks, and the light and the shadow that this brick cladding cast over here makes this space really interesting, and it keeps changing when the sun moves around. The entire first floor is designed in such a way that we just have these services coming here, which is the lift and the powder room. We have the kitchen that's coming at the back, and we have a large storeroom, and that's a utility that's coming at the back. So the puja room that comes here has a small door which is taken from an old house. The main source of light is from the front portion. We have a large window in the front, and also there's a large glass on the northwest side through which you will get a good source of light as well. So they wanted a house where there are bedrooms for themselves, that's a master bedroom, kids bedroom, and additional 2 bedrooms for their in-laws. So the second floor is designed in such a way that at the back side we have the kids bedroom, the walk-in wardrobe, and the toilet that comes on this side over here. And the front portion of the house we have the master bedroom, which overlooks into the courtyard, which is the garden in the first floor with a skylight on top, and you can actually see the decorated wall from the master bedroom. So what we followed here is a maximalist design direction where we really never worried about things getting cluttered in a space. In fact, we have allowed things to clutter. Elevation is designed in a modern manner. We have used materials which are traditional to Indian architecture, like laterite stones for cladding, exposed brickwork. What we normally use in a modern architecture is the exposed concrete. Actually, it mixes well, so it doesn't give you an ultra-modern feel to the whole elevation. Rather, it blends with the Indian style of architecture inside. So coming to the materials used for the flooring, we have used mainly rustic tiles and Indian Jaisalmer marble, along with a bit of kota. The staircase changes its character as it comes up. So in the ground floor we have a floating staircase. In the next flight we have a waist slab staircase, and as we go up from first floor to second floor we have a folded plate staircase. So that's the way we have envisioned the whole design, where we have mixed both contemporary as well as traditional Indian architecture. The client, as much as the architect, was part of the design in this particular house, and I believe because of that, the house got its character the way the client wanted it.